Welcome to Krylon Entertainment. I'm Chris.
I'm Bree.
And I'm not wearing pants.
He said he wasn't going to say that this time.
It's true. The recording stopped a second ago. Anyway, we're going to jump right in. We're doing the Psycho Rangers today. I got a lot going on. We're doing all six at once, guys. I'm doing the whole video. Scrolling across the bottom, as per usual, our social entertainment, Krylon Entertainment, social, Krylon Media, Krylon Media Productions.
What? The Nuggets?
This is not going great for me.
It's falling apart.
I did. So there's social media and an email there. I should check that email.
I mean, but look, you're painting Abaddon Black.
I am. Well, no, it's Black Templar.
Oh, it's Black Templar.
Black Templar contrast. You've all seen this many times. I got to be honest, Bree. I am not feeling this video.
Why aren't you feeling this video?
I hated painting these models.
Oh, that's not great.
I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. I really did not enjoy these models. They're fine sculpts. I just wasn't there when I painted them. This video is going to be shorter than the Space Ranger video. That was a two-parter, which was plagued with phantom dislikes. I swear the dislike on the second one came from somebody who heard me comment on the dislikes on the first one and said, "It's the internet. I'm going to do this." Watch, this is going to get a dislike now, too.
Oh, somebody's being that guy.
I know. It's amazing how little I care. But anyway, these models didn't vibe with me. I thought it would be really cool to do the 5 Space Rangers all together in a super video, then do all 6 of the Psycho Rangers. Then we'll be ready for Zane when he comes out here shortly.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't like them.
Is it because we didn't really see their arc, maybe?
It could be. It could be that we're not terribly familiar with the Psycho Ranger arc. It could be that I'm going to call it the canonical Dark Ranger arc with Zed was just so terrible. I don't know if you remember that one. That was the one where they had like the Lycra bodysuit Rangers that didn't actually do anything, and they were wearing, I don't know, it looked like the equivalent of Lycra paper bags on their head. Yeah. And they had the terrible Z on their chest, and Zed had duct tape on his staff in that episode. It was not. It was the guy was definitely. Anyway, we did all 6 of them with Black Templar because they were mostly black. They wear black, they wear their color, and they wear white. And I hate the white. I hate it. I hate the white on this costume. It kicks you in the face, so I didn't do it.
Ah, so you went silver? I
did. I replaced the white with silver, and I do circle back around to it a little bit later. But I replaced it with this Ironbreaker. So everything that's supposed to be silver and everything that's supposed to be white got a coat of this Ironbreaker this time.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
So maybe the Psycho Ranger arc was really good. Power Rangers in Space got pulled from Netflix before we got to that point. I know we've mentioned before that we were watching through many, many Power Ranger seasons with our son.
Yep.
Turbo was painful.
Oh, we didn't finish Turbo, which I now feel bad about, knowing more about the actress who played Divatox, who we love so much.
Oh, she's fantastic.
In like everything else she does, but it's just like, and she's not bad as Divatox.
And she's on Star Trek.
And she's on Star Trek, which makes her like extra special to us. But she's not bad at Divatox. It's just...
Divatox is pretty bad. But it's supposed to be over the top.
Yeah. It's just, it was, everything was a bomb.
Everything was a bomb.
Everything was a bomb.
And Kat turned into full-on Mom Ranger.
Don't hate, though.
She went from being the pretty one on the team to being the mom jeans on the team.
She did. But we love her anyways.
And she was still the pretty one on the
team. Never hate. We love Kat.
It's true.
We're still doing lots of Ironbreaker, huh?
Yeah. Well, we got 6 Rangers to do it on. Yeah. So,
see, I kind of like them once they look like this.
Yeah, but now we're going to Nuln Oil all the silver.
Well, that's good because, that does help with the silver. Otherwise, the silver doesn't really... It's one thing when working with the metallics, I have found, is that if you don't put some kind of wash on them, you kind of lose detail.
It's working with any color, really. Washes. We've said it before. It's talent in a bottle.
It is.
Have we said it before? We said it to each other before. I don't know if
I've said it on here. I've said it.
Was it like Sandwich with Tommy Oliver being terrible?
Possibly.
I don't know. I was not vibing with these minis. I've said that already, but I almost stopped doing the Psycho Ranger video partway through and said, let me do something else and come back to this. I even thought, let me do a Green Ranger and come back to this.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, I thought about doing a Tommy Oliver and coming back to it. It was that bad.
Because you just wanted to hate life and painting even more.
I actually did put these down.
Oh.
I did all 6 of these with the Black Templar, that first coat.
Uh-huh.
And I just...
I think she's the pink equivalent.
Even that first coat, I just disenjoyed so much. That's a word.
That's not a word.
I put the project down, and it took me about 2 weeks to come back and keep painting them. So anyway,
doing some more.
We're just doing the Nuln Oil all over the place. This is kind of a downer of an episode.
You're kind of, yeah. This is not. You're letting it be known. I mean, I like the fact that you're like, clearly this is the Red Ranger equivalent. Why? Because he's got the big sword, so therefore he got to be the Red Ranger equivalent.
Well, that's his gray skull sword. He has the power. I'm pretty sure He-Man was just a Power Ranger. His Power Morpher was just a sword.
I mean, I'm down with that because then that means She-Ra was also a Power Ranger.
I mean, that's fair.
Nobody could know their true identities. And
he had a Zord, kind of. And
actually, He-Man was never able to really be offensive against Skeletor. It was always defensive.
And he had that sick Dragon Walker.
Yes.
I think it was terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've done our Nuln Oil over here. And now we have a prolonged shot just looking at the Rangers because I'm terrible at editing. So we're going to go ahead and pull most of them away.
And we're going to start with?
We're just going to kind of work on one for the moment.
Is that the Pink Ranger?
That is, because she's got the bow and she's got the sassy stance.
She does. She does. She looks like she is.
So this is, remember last time with the Space Rangers where I mixed some pink with some contrast medium?
Yeah.
I did it again.
Okay.
This time it's like a dab of pink and a ton of contrast medium. So this time I'm applying it directly over the silver. I'm wiping away some of the excess there. Now, doing a contrast style paint over a silver that's been washed actually adds a lot of depth and keeps a very metallic sheen. But this is terrible. Look at this. This looks awful. Guys, it didn't work again. This is part 2. I failed again.
The pink and the medium is not...
Yeah, I'm still trying here.
And you're like, oh...
I'm like, I can do this. I can make this work.
I love you.
I couldn't make it work. It was not... This was bad. I want to talk about canon, actually, in this video.
Ooh, what's about canon? Since you've failed miserably at what you were attempting.
I don't think we're going to talk about canon, but I wanted to. Actually, I think I'm going to save that for our first companion video.
Oh, okay.
Which is going to be coming up soon.
We're going to do that?
Yeah, we are. Well,
I like that you've panned away from I'm angry at that to just...
Yeah, I moved back. I took it a step back, and this is kind of my redo.
Okay, so you're like, I'm going to stop?
So anyway, while we're setting this next up, the companion videos are coming soon. I don't think I actually said this last time, other than that they are companion videos, and we want to invite people who watch the channel to be on them. The companion video is basically going to be me pointing a camera at a table where I'm painting. It's not necessarily going to be Power Ranger stuff, but the voiceovers that we do with other people and with ourselves are going to be about... This is a really long... I think I remember this. I lost something while I was painting. I think I threw my brush or something.
And hey, we're back with some Runefang Steel.
Why did I do Runefang Steel?
And a pink. And the rose pink. Is that rose pink?
Guys, these clips are out of order.
Oh, was that you showing what you were going to do to make the metallic?
Wow, this is really bad.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to leave this.
Oh my gosh, why?
I'm going to leave this as it is.
Oh, we apologize, friends and fans.
I'm not feeling re-editing this. Why did I not speed up the camera here?
I'm really wondering myself.
This is terrible.
Were you drinking?
I may have been.
Did you not share?
We're gonna pause real quick, and we're gonna come back with me having fixed this real quick. Where's the stop button? Okay, and we're back. I'm not going to fix this because I just realized this wasn't a mistake. It's just really bad voice work on our part.
Voice work? No, don't blame this on my voice. This is you being weird.
I'm 90% sure this was your fault.
No, I did not do this.
I had a long day at work today, guys. It was like 90 degrees in the shade. It was terrible. Anyway, what I actually did here when the first attempt with the contrast wash failed,
again,
I actually mixed that Runefang Steel with the pink.
Oh.
To make a metallic pink. And what I started doing with a really thin brush here was, and unfortunately, the closer I get, the more focus is out. This is hopefully going to be corrected on the next, not the next video because I've already filmed that, but the one after, because I did just get a new lighting source as well. So hopefully that helps with some of these focus issues. But I'm just kind of trying to pick it out and leaving those dark lines created by the Nuln Oil in the recesses so I can do a metallic pink. I want a metallic look on these Rangers.
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm here.
And the long and short of it is I hate it.
Still?
It didn't work.
Oh, my God.
So I'm deliberately leaving in my screw-ups, in part to pad the video time, and in part because I don't think anybody watches the middle of our videos.
People watch the middle of videos. That's how they get to the end of the video.
I mean, my analytics disagree with that. I think there are actually people skipping portions in the middle and coming back at the end.
Oh, they don't like to hear us yammer?
There's definitely some yammering this time.
Chris Blank! Okay,
no, it's
there's
back.
your model.
She's back. She's back. I was getting angry. Oh, man, this is a really bad video. But, I hated painting these Rangers so much.
That's the third time you've mentioned that.
I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to...
This is going to be our lowest video
I'm going to take the hit, and I'm going to lose the 25 followers for this video. And I'm just going to call it a day. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. But follow us on Instagram. We broke 100 followers on Instagram somehow.
Yay!
I don't understand that.
It's my awesome picture taking abilities.
It's got to be, because it's not the miniatures. You guys are on crack.
It is the miniatures, actually. Again, even when you are wildly unhappy with them, most of us would be happy to paint like that.
I stopped again when talking about the companion videos about 2 minutes ago because we started thinking I just made a big mistake. I made another mistake here. I don't know what's going on here. You guys enjoy my still art? I promise this comes back in a minute. What is happening here? Oh my goodness.
I thought you edited this.
This is like a fever dream of a video. I don't know what's going on. When did I edit this?
Did you edit this?
Yeah, because I didn't paint all 6 of these Rangers in 17 minutes. It's still going, guys. This is going to go on for like another 45 seconds. I hope something happens here. This is terrible.
Nope, nothing.
Can we get like the let's all go to the lobby graphic?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Oh, beloved husband.
I told you it goes on for like 45 seconds. 45 seconds is a lot longer than you realize when you're sitting around doing nothing for it.
Why
Just look at it go. You can see there's a little bar we can see as it's moving along the video, and the video doesn't break for a while. This is really bad.
Why did you do this extended shot?
I don't know. And honestly, the only reason I'm keeping it in is because I kind of think our voiceover is failure comedy gold. This is the blooper reel episode.
Oh, Fail Army is coming for us.
This is so bad. What is happening here? I don't even think I put a... hey, I'm back. I'm back. What am I doing?
Yellow, green,
these are a bunch of contrast paints. I sped it up here. Why did I speed it up here? Guys, I'm going to put all these colors. I'm going to put all these colors in the description. These are the various contrast paints that I'm doing directly over the metallics on these Rangers.
Except the pink, because you hate her.
So we're on the Black Ranger here, and the metallic I chose for Black Ranger is actually Basilicanum Grey. Because if you actually look at some of the photos of the Psycho Black Ranger, it looks like a very, very dark gray.
Yes.
And the reason for that is probably because the armor itself is black, and black on black doesn't really work right.
Right.
I have seen some artwork where it's more of a bright silver. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do kind of this darker gray. So that's what we're doing this Ranger. And that's why I showcased doing the contrast on this Ranger, because it's a unique color in comparison to some of the more obvious ones. Like
Red Ranger.
We're going to take a red for a red. We're going to take that blue that's been on the channel a few times before. I lost the label on that. Actually, I think I bought it without a label. I think I was trying to do a favor to the local hobby store, which I never should have done. And I bought that blue without a label. I think it's called Tassalar Blue. I don't know. Might have made that name up. But I never even finished talking about the companion video. The companion video, I promise, guys, the companion video, the concept is we're going to paint miniatures and we're going to have conversations about general topics in gaming, ideas, thoughts, other games, talk about Power Rangers, here's the grid. Anything our guests want to talk about is what we're going to talk about. And the idea of those videos, they're going to be longer freeform videos where you just turn them on in the background while you're painting. Mm-hmm. If you sit there and watch them, it's going to be like watching paint dry, because I will literally have models of paint dry on the screen. But that's going to be the concept behind the companion videos. I realized I didn't actually expand on that in previous videos, so I had to expand on it here at the 13-minute mark, where people are clearly paying the most attention to this video.
If they haven't given up on us and walked away, because,
I've mostly given up on us at this point. This is, I'm phoning this one in. So anyway, when we've done that, we kind of go to our other colors. So like you said, red for red, we use the Blood Angels red for the Red Ranger, and we're just painting it over the areas that ultimately need to be the colored areas for the Rangers. I did take a few liberties with the face masks because I don't think the sculpting on the face mask quite did the costume from the TV show justice as far as how much actual color coverage there is on it. But 3 feet away, where you're supposed to be playing with these minis, it does not make a lick of difference. You really cannot tell. Right. Plus, it adds a little bit of a hint of personality into these miniatures.
Because each of them kind of has like a little bit of a different feel to them, even though they are.
Well, I was more referring to the fact that since my helmets are shaded slightly differently in the colors, the red, the blue, the yada yada yada, than some other people's who actually paid attention to the Psycho Rangers. I'll have. I'm sure there's people.
We would have if we, Netflix hadn't.
I've heard a million times how Power Rangers in Space is the season that saved the show. And while I'll give you that it's infinitely better than Turbo was, infinitely.
Yeah.
I was not enjoying it even as much as Zeo, honestly. I thought Zeo was better than what we saw in Space, except for that one time that for some reason Cassie, a high school girl, is able to go to some fancy restaurant on a high story in a giant building that also for some reason has a nuclear reactor in it and needed a space RV to drive in there and save her from stuff. That was a great episode.
See, that was your favorite? Because mine was the one where her grandma, where they're saving Cassie's grandma.
So anyway, we've done all those contrast colors on them.
Yeah.
Right over the silver. No, that was Ashley's grandma, I thought.
Was it Ashley's grandma?
I thought so. I liked when she was friends with the Grumblebee.
That was
fun. So now I've decided that I have too much silver on it. So we've got our Abaddon Black, as we always do for our bases, but I also took Apothecary White, and I'm going to do the Apothecary White over the areas that are supposed to be white. So their belt, their vambraces, their knees, and it looks terrible. It looks terrible when wet. It comes off as more of a muted silver when it's fully dry.
Yeah.
So it's not as terrible fully dry. It does add a little color variation, but I didn't want to do the bright punch you in the face white on these minis. I just didn't like it. But you can see on the other colors, you got that metallic sheen. Well, you got that metallic sheen still coming through on those other colors. So we used the Volupus Pink on the Pink Ranger, that mystery blue on the Blue Ranger. I think it was Warp Lightning Green on the Green Ranger, Iyanden Yellow. So it was a different yellow than I normally do for my gold. Like we did Goldar with the Nasdrag yellow. It was that rich, dark gold.
Yeah.
You can see the yellow on this one is the same basic idea. We did the Ironbreaker and then the Nuln Oil, but then we did the Iyanden Yellow.
And that gives a more true yellow.
Which is much brighter and it doesn't come off as if it's a gold. Actually, you asked me about that last night. We were doing a family painting sesh last night. And Bree was asking me how I did my gold, and she had picked up the Iyanden Yellow, and I told her not to use it. And there, you can see now why.
I see now. That would have looked weird on my mummy.
It would have. She was doing some kind of
mummy monster.
Some kind of mummy monster.
Yeah, if you're on the Instagram, you saw a work in progress of me on the mummy monster.
With a snake tail that you were mad that you didn't get the snake realistic because mummy monsters are a thing. Anyway, we're going with Barak-Nar Burgundy for our final touch on these Rangers. So we've done all the colors on them. There's really not a lot of detail to pick out on these Rangers. As per usual with the power weapons, I tinted them wherever I felt like because I don't look at power weapons on reference photos.
Right.
And I decided I needed a new color for the rim of these bases. So because we've got that orange we're doing for the monsters, we've got that that pinkish purple.
Right.
We're doing for the bosses that kind of match the cards. And when I looked at the cards for the Psycho Rangers, this particular color seemed to match the Psycho Rangers the most.
So there we go.
And that's it. They're really, really simple. We did black, we did silver, a wash, some contrast, and we called it a day. And they don't look bad. They look decent. But God, I hated these minis. So like and subscribe for more, even if you disliked, because I disliked enough for both of us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
I hate these models.